Okay, everybody, here we are, Tuesday night BDL Draft League podcast. Dan and Jamie are on the way. We're kind of doing this fly by the seat of our pants. I just wanted to get started. They should be here any minute. I'm going to start. Me and Jamie have to play at 7:30, so if we don't get through the whole thing, then Dan will finish. First is news. Money was due last week. If you guys owe money or if you haven't paid your money, please see Frank as soon as you can and get him taken care of. I'd really appreciate that. So would Frank. We'd like to have that all paid by week 3 unless you got something worked out with him. That's all fine and well, but please try to get Frank paid. Number 2, the July 20th tournament here at Frank's is an all-ages draft tournament. Sign-up board is right over there. When you come in, it's that big yellow board sitting out front. If you guys see it on Tuesday and you're interested, if you got any questions, ask Paul Sanchez. You can ask me. You can ask Jim Schott, Scott Stamfer. Most of the guys know about it. It's all ages. Goldies do the draft. I think we're doing ping pong style this time. I'm not sure. So it'll be a lot of fun, a lot of food, a lot of drink. A lot of good people come, show up. I mean, there's a lot of people that come and just watch. So that is July 20th. And I think it's 12 teams, 10 or 12. So getting on to news, first round bust. Rumor has it that Bill Dotson is a first round bust. 3rd overall pick, has missed 2 out of 3 games. Could the trade winds be blowing? Could we have a trade maybe between American Dream sending Pat Burness in a package deal to Dan Reed for Bill Dotson? Stay tuned. Rumors are flying. I don't know how true it is, but I'll keep an eye on it and I'll let you know. I'll have to check with our guy Eric Friedman, or Elliot Kites as we like to call him on Thursdays. He may know, but we'll find that out for you. Yeah, so far though, first round bust, Bill Dotson. Sorry, Billy. You know I love you. And then King of the Rink this week. There it is, King of the Rink. Did you hear that, Jim Vertolino? The American Indoor Jim Vertolino. His name was put on a ticket by his cousin, the Frank Young's Jim Vertolino, which is kind of weird. But they are cousins, and Jim nominated Jim. And Jim plays against the Teabaggers this week, so Brandon Florette, you have to stop Jim Vertolino from scoring 3 goals. If he gets 3 goals, then Jim Vertolino, Frank Young's Jim Vertolino, gets the money and does whatever he wants with it. If he wants to split it with Jim Vertolino, he can split it with Jim Vertolino. This is getting very confusing with all the Vertolinos. So that's how it works. Jim nominated him. If Jim wins, or Jim scores 3 goals, then Jim Vertolino takes some money and hopefully gives some to his cousin. We'll see what happens. So stay tuned. I think it was $170 with $40 going to the league and $130 going to if he wins it or not. So that's going towards the cup. Also, I'm going to get right into the results from last week. Game 1 was 7:30. I was here for this whole game. It got close at the end. Cobra Kai battled back. It looked like it might have been a little bit lopsided, but it wasn't. Cobra Kai, Keith Berlinski really kept him in the 3rd period, kept the game close. It was 5-3. Dan Puffer, they moved up the forward, and him and Vertolino they're tearing it up. Puffer had 3 goals, had the hat trick, and Vertolino had 1 goal and 1 assist. That is Jim Vertolino, American Indoor Jim Vertolino. And then for Cobra Kai, Brett Sardo had 2 goals, and Normie Titz had a goal and an assist. So Cobra Kai needs a little more offense, and that's why I think we might see a trade between American Dream and Cobra Kai. American Dream needs some defense, and Cobra Kai needs some offense, and I think that's a pretty even trade, Burness for Dodson. If it's to happen, you never know. We'll see. The 8:30 game, we had KAS versus the Teabaggers. This game almost went to overtime. We scored late to pull it out, 4-3. Frank Annunziata was a beast that game. Every time we needed a pickup, he made it happen. He had a goal and 3 assists, and every time we got down a goal, he was all over the floor. If it wasn't for Frank, we would have won that game. Him and Provorst ran their asses off the other night. They're all hustle. Jimmy Waz, it was a great game. Teabaggers brought it. Florette played outstanding. We had so many shots on him, and he stood on his head. Brandon, great game. Annunziata, 1 goal, 3 assists. For the Teabaggers, Joe Castelvetri scored off a Mike Reagan a turnover by Rick Kelto to Reagan. Reagan shot it. Castle got the rebound, buried it. Jablonski had a goal in his Teabagger debut. And T-Spud, Terry Sperduti, had a goal also. That was questionable. It was out, but we won't say anything. The refs are doing a good job. I'm not going to pick on them. 9:30 game. This one looked like it was going to get away from the American Dream, too. It was not close when I left. Jerry Hattrick ended up winning 6-4. Jay Husinger with the hat trick again. Nick Favada, a goal and 3 assists. For American Dream, Paul Steffen, also new to the league, 2 goals and 1 assist. Pat Burness had a goal and 2 assists. Welcome Dave Lotto. We're glad you could finally make it. This game, I guess, was pretty intense. I don't know that for sure. I didn't see all of it. I saw most of it. I will say this, that next time they play, they need to do something because one of the guys on the 2 teams is colorblind, and he was having a hard time tracking down his own players. So he told me that today. We had a conversation about it. It's kind of funny, but and I think from what I hear, Stu is also colorblind. So that's got to be tough when you can't see and can't tell your teammates apart. So 9:30 game was 6-4. Jerry Hattricks beat the American Dream. I do not know where Dan and Jamie are, and I'm going to take it right into the 3 stars. I'm sure they'll add their own once they get here. But my 3 stars for Tuesday night, my 3rd star with a goal and 3 assists is Frank Annunziata. Like I said, he was a stud. Star 2 is Dan Puffer with 3 goals. And my number 1 star, this was tough. I pick on Nick every week. And Jay Husinger was there, and Nick was there, but Nick really did have a great game the other night from what I saw for the first couple minutes I was here. Nick ended up with a goal and 3 assists, and Nick Favada deserves a 1 star this week because he's at a heightened disadvantage compared to everybody else. So I'm bringing something new to the 3 stars in that this week. We're going to do the unsung hero. The unsung hero of the week is Normie Titz. Norm Titterington had a goal and an assist, and he was hustling all night. Every time I looked up, it seemed like Nick was running hard. Norm was running hard. Nick, too. So, Normie Titz, unsung hero of the week. Nice job, dude. Going into next week. No, they're not here yet. That's Eric Kites. I'm waiting for your boy Dan Reed. He's always late.
He's coming with Jamie.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him on the phone. Getting into next week's preview, 7:30 game. We have Jerry Hattrick's taking on Cobra Kai. I think Cobra Kai is going to sweep the leg this week and get off the schneid. I think they're going to beat the Jerry Hattrick 7-5. That's my pick for this week. 8:30 game. We got the Teabaggers playing Kramer Forestry. And I think the Teabaggers are going to end the Kramer Forestry's undefeated streak at 3 games. And I think Teabaggers are going to win 4-3 in overtime. Florette's going to stand on his head, and Vertolino will not get the hat trick. I said it here. You heard it first. Jim Vertolino will not get the hat trick. I don't care how much playing time he has. 9:30 game. I will not be here. I'll be in New Hampshire all week next week. I won't be here Tuesday or Thursday. But the 9:30 game, we have KAS playing the American Dream. And I'm picking KAS to pull that one out. Another close game because all our games are close. KAS 4-3 over American Dream. So that's what I've got for those games. And from there, I'm going to go into the power rankings. I don't know where the fuck these guys are. I'm sorry, everybody. Hey, Eric, why don't you come in here? Come on over and say hi to the crowd because this is kind of monotone. I'm doing it myself. Everybody, Elliot Kites or Eric Friedman, as we like to call.
They call me Elliot Kites, but my real name is Eric Kites.
Okay. We got. Well, here's the thing. Cobra Kai is 0-3. Bill Dotson was a first-round pick. He's been a bust because he's missed 2 games.
Okay.
And American Dreams got Burness and Steffen. They got a lot of offense, but they got no defense.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe those 2 teams need to make a trade. Dodson for Burness. I think it would shake things up for both teams. Do you think that's an even trade?
Do I think it's an even trade? Well, one plays offense, one plays defense.
Well, and Cobra Kai is loaded on defense. They have 7 defensemen. And American Dream could use some defensive help, I think.
I think it could be a good trade. However, the captains need to get together and maybe sit down.
I'm just trying to stir shit.
With some donuts, possibly.
Dan Reed.
Chocolate milk?
Dan Reed might. Hey, Joe Price Show. Dan Reed might take the trade if you bribe him with peanut donuts from Tim Hortons and an Oreo Delight.
Maybe some Bavarian cream.
As long as it ain't jelly. Don't bring jelly.
No
The
jelly or else
trade will
there's
be
no deal.
Yeah, it'll be nixed.
He'll probably be upset and walk away.
More than likely, yeah. Yep, he'll probably cry in his Bavarian cream.
Probably.
So,
yeah, I mean, hey, it would be something definitely that the captains would have to discuss. It would be a good trade if that's what both teams need,
Yep.
for sure. You're definitely getting speed for speed, power for power, player for player.
when are you gonna come play Tuesday nights, Eric?
I'd have to ditch Sunday nights, which
You like Sunday nights?
I do, but
That's
my
a fun team.
availability on Sunday nights during the summertime is very tough.
Gotcha.
Tuesday nights is always a possibility, but you never know.
All right. Well, it's looking like with guys coming back in the fall, we might be going to 7 teams with a bye week.
All right, cool.
So-
I definitely keep it in the back of my mind because I love hockey and I love to
I know
play.
you do.
And,
Keep talking. I'll put my shoes on.
it's just a fun night to play. I wouldn't mind playing a third night, but
Yep, I'm the same way. I'd like to play a third night too, but the wife won't. I can't play in any tournaments until I get disability insurance. So I'm roughing the July 20th one, I think.
I understand.
So yeah, there's no playing for me in any tournaments until. But I'm going to try and weasel my way. If we get to put a team in for the UB one, July 26th through the 28th, I'm going to try and weasel my way into that one.
All right, fair enough.
But hey, thanks for stopping
Yeah,
by.
absolutely. Anytime you want me to stop on and say hi, I will. I'm gonna go get ready for our game. We got.
We're playing you tonight.
We got to play
See what I wore?
against each other.
See what I wore?
Oh yeah, I got mine on. I'll be wearing mine because
I brought it just for warm-ups.
All right, sounds good.
All right, brother.
Bye, Tuesday nights.
See you, bud. Thank you. Oh, Dan Reed and Jamie Annunziata just walked in.
How about that?
So I did the preview. I'm going to do the power rankings, and then these two knuckleheads can jump in here and say whatever the hell they want. The power rankings I got for Tuesdays are as follows right now. 0-3, number 6, Cobra Kai. Until they figure it out, they're definitely, they've only got 9 goals for and ridiculous amount against. So until they can figure it out, they're going to be number 6. Number 5, I've got American Dream. Sorry, Sean. Mark's is barking at me. Number 4, Jerry Hattricks. And Dan Reed just walked in. He's chewing on a donut. Wipe that off your lip before you get on camera here, okay? Please. You got a little bit of cream right here. Oh, is that donut or is that Jamie? You can take my chair because I'm going to play. And you can go over whatever you want to go over. I did pretty much everything already, but you can jump in here. Number 3, I've got Teabaggers. Number 2, KAS. And number 1, Kramer Forestry, because our only loss was to Kramer in overtime. Mr. Reed, thanks for showing up.
Hey, we were stuck in traffic. What are we gonna do?
Well, I was stirring the pot a little bit here. There might be some disgruntled players on some teams, and there might be there's a rumor about maybe a trade happening. Maybe Burness for Dodson. Would you?
Who's disgruntled?
I'm not saying anybody. I'm just saying there's rumors. Rumors
Where'd the
are
rumors come
flying.
from?
Don't you have Dotson
Eric
on your
Friedman.
team?
Eric Friedman was just in here confirming.
Isn't Dotson on your team?
Dodson's on his team.
He
He's only,
was there the first week.
Yep. he doesn't-
Have you heard anything about this?
I haven't heard any discomfort.
It's not Dodson's with the disgruntled. I didn't say Dodson.
I haven't heard anything that he's disgruntled.
No, I'm saying the rumor is. Did anyone offer you Burners for Dotson?
Nobody's called me.
Trying to stir shit here. I'm just
I
trying to
did,
make
get
it
a, I
interesting.
did get a text. Somebody offered Gallagher for Galto.
That's okay. I'll take that trade. I'll come play for you. That's an even trade.
Yeah.
It is. You're getting burned if you take me for Gallagher. You're getting the shit out of the
So
stick.
I'll offer them Gallagher for you tonight.
Okay, go for it.
Fair, right?
Well, I got through to the power rankings, so you guys can go ahead and take over because I'm gonna get the rest of my shit on.
Yeah.
And you can talk about whatever
Don't
you
forget
want.
I play too.
Yeah, I know you do.
By the way, the cup on Tuesday is broken. So
Yeah, he broke.
no,
the
it's
cup.
literally just broke.
It's just broke now?
It's glued. I'm telling you, the top was glued on, and it pulled it out of his car, and the fucking top fell off.
Oh Jesus.
So look at what he's got here. First round bust. Bill Dodson. Wow.
Trade block, King of the Ring, Jim Verdi.
Yeah, Vertolino nominated his cousin, so both Jim Vertolinos.
So guess what you're saying too is Burness is unhappy where he's at.
I didn't say that.
Well, you got to start. You're starting trouble on the podcast.
I didn't say anything. I said rumors are abound. I said rumors.
There's
I said
no
nothing.
rumors. I haven't heard anything.
I think that would be a good trade for both teams.
What else do we got here?
Can't trade a captain. Talk to the camera guys.
Actually, the one game I didn't see, the 9:30 game, how was that? I only saw the first period.
It was good. Singer, Favada.
From what I heard from Dave Lotta said it was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Jerry Hatricks jumped out early, but then American Dream battled back.
It was pretty. It was 6-2, and then I think they scored too late.
Okay.
Pulled their goalie.
But
Yeah,
they battled back.
but
what I heard.
Hugh Singer was on early. Favada was in front of the net, being a pain. Yeah. Yep.
I thought the 8:30 game that I watched with KAS was great. I thought that was the best game of the night.
That was a great game.
I mean,
I said Frank was a beast. Every time we needed a goal, Frank went out there and did something.
I will say, if you guys watched, I think the most improved goalie so far is my
Siegel.
goalie. No, mine.
Oh, Berlinski?
He played out of his mind in the third period and
Siegel
gave us a
played
shot.
really good the other night too, from what I heard.
He gave us a shot to win that game, and if it wasn't for me with not covering two guys, we would have tied the game 3-3.
Did you notice what I have? I'm fucking with Frank.
Gay tie-dye. And here's
Frank Kites!
Marathon man.
Marathon man. Yes, Frank Kites, congratulations on your first marathon. 5 hours and what, 27 minutes?
I see someone with a toilet seat on his head too. Is that Simonson?
That's Simonson, yeah. Simonson's got the toilet seat. So anyway, you guys finish up whatever you want to do. I already did the your 3 stars. You can do whatever you want. I did the games for next week and the power rankings. But when you're done, shut it off. Yeah, we're on
3
purpose.
stars. How did you put a guy that's only 4'7" as the first star?
That's what I said. I had to give the short guy some. He got a little bit more. He got.
You know what? I'm sorry. Jamie's a defenseman to have 1 goal and 3 assists.
That was
Jamie
Frank.
didn't. That was Frank.
Frank?
Yep.
And on top of that, a defenseman Puffer having 3 goals.
He's a
Puffer's
forward.
playing
that's right, he's a
forward now.
forward now. I
Yeah.
forgot.
He's playing with Vertolino, so
Yeah.
that changes for the All-Star game too. We got to keep an eye on that because if he plays forward the majority of the season, he goes in as a forward. Not a
Yeah,
defenseman.
that could change all the old power rankings when we're captains.
Yeah. You mean the
Yeah, whatever nonsense that is.
draft?
And yeah, unsung hero, I agree, Norm. He was pretty solid in that
My
game.
3 stars, because I got to get ready to play as well, is Frank, Favada, and
Husinger or Puffer?
I was going to say Siegel because
Siegel. There you
he
go.
played 2 goals against until the very end. That game was out of pretty much
2?
spoken for.
No 9?
It was
Easy.
pretty much spoken for, and they scored their last couple goals. It was a solid game. He held them in.
Good.
Listen, I never
So,
picked
those
on
are my
Siegel.
3.
I can say something.
Those
Wait
are
a
my
minute,
3.
hold on. Let's do this quick. Cobra Kai or Jerry Hatricks?
This week,
Yep,
I'm saying you're going to sweep the leg.
we could do it.
you got to win at some point. Right?
Dotson's going to be here this week. We're going to win.
What about, we got 8:30, we got Teabaggers Kramer.
I'm taking Teabaggers and I'm taking Florette to stand on his head, and Vertolino will not get the hat trick.
Sure.
Yeah. You know what though? I'm gonna pick Kramer 4-3.
Because-
And I'm only gonna pick it
Because
because
Bertolino.
nope. Because him and Puffer together is that's the tough unit.
It's relentless.
We played Iron Man against them Tuesday and that was tough.
Yeah.
And then American Dream, and who the hell is American Dream?
Burness,
Kreisel and
Stefan,
Burness.
Kreisel.
And KAS.
I won't be here. So you,
Oh,
Jeff,
then I was gonna pick American Dream
Fuck
to
you.
win.
see you next Tuesday. He's going to finish.
You know what? I'm going to go with KS too. In power rankings, I don't think I disagree with this. Whatever Rick said.
Yep, I'm good with it.
I think that looks pretty good with what Rick had to say.
You guys can have a little
I'm good with it.
So I'm not sure what his rumors were in this podcast. I'll have to listen. I'm
Why
sure
don't you sit down and talk to the camera for a
there
while?
was nonsense, but there's no rumors that I've heard of. So
Make yourself feel better about your team.
make myself feel better. Well, in 3 games we've only played 1 bad period,
I know, and you only got 9 goals for, though.
but that is a problem.
You might
So
have to move up the forward. I got to go.
that's what's going to have to happen. So I agree with this stuff, and that's it. See you guys next week.